The Shaggy Hog Piloswine is valued by many people in Pokémon Society. It has decent stats in battle supplemented by powerful moves such as Earthquake. Its fur is prized among high-income members of society for its surprisingly soft texture. It can pull a farmer's wagon when it has to, and in a pinch it tastes good, if a little juicy. There's one other thing about Piloswine that stands out beside its hug ability. It can be taught the move Ancient Power through the mover learners scattered across the Pokémon world. It has been pointed out by many that genes can actually be reactivated when a Pokémon is taught a move in this manner. In this case, Piloswine's genome is reactivated in so many places that it can be hard to keep track of them all. The necessary enzymes to read these genetic changes can't be created until Piloswine levels up, when spare energy is readily available. At this point, Piloswine's new genes are rapidly read and evolution occurs, creating the mammoth-like Momoswine. Momoswine do exist in the wild in the Giant Chasm, however. The Giant Chasm is an entirely different environment, and the circumstances are quite different. Momoswine may have evolved at first in the wild in response to the local Metagross population. To this day, clashes between Metagross and Momoswine are both common and violent, but not fatal, in nature. Momoswine's victory ensures that their offspring can also evolve into Momoswine. What's Pink has a huge appetite, and can coat a large variety of objects with slime. With the exception of unpleasing individuals you may know of, these traits are an accurate description of Lickitung, which is renowned for being a species whose biggest muscle can easily fit within its mouth cavity. Living a life where the main objective is to satisfy its daily hunger has worked out fairly well so far for this tongue twister. However, Lickitung is a slow creature, in more than one way. With a lagging tail, clumsy body, and slow reflexes, getting around the environment while also staying away from predators is one of the largest issues of its daily life. But rather than making use of their scrawny limbs, more and more specimens were discovered to use rollout to spin themselves away. But not as Lickitung. In a process which is still shrouded in mystery, any Lickitung knowing their move rollout can at any time evolve into a rounder form officially known as Lickilicky. With thinner arms and legs, along with a smaller tail, this ample gourmand is more suitable for rolling at higher speeds with less effort required. Researchers have theorized that this move activates many cognitive processes within the minds of Lickitung, which allows its body to prepare the accommodations to better adjust its proportions and bulk. It did, however, take a long time before a definite link between the move rollout and Lickilicky was clearly confirmed, thanks to trainers who trained this species. Granted, earlier versions of TM04 enabled people to teach Lickitung rollout, and move tutors in Hoenn also have documentations of the same accomplishment, but with no spontaneous evolution of Lickitung as a result. This has led many to believe that Lickitung's instincts play a large role in its development, and thus, directly teaching the move to it won't have the same effect. It's something they need to figure out on their own. Aipom is a Pokémon who has a very unique niche in the natural world. Due to its strong hand-like appendage on its tail, it lives mostly in wooded areas, using its tail to swing nimbly from tree to tree. It also uses its tail to nab fruits from the same trees where it lives. Its tail is used so often that its actual hands receive very little use. It is partly due to this disuse of its true hands that leads Aipom towards its evolution. You see, Aipom are actually extraordinarily inefficient creatures simply because they really only have one limb, their tail. It is used in all the work the Aipom does, from carrying for their young to protecting their territory. This inefficiency led to the eventual evolution of the Aipom, in what is one of the most interesting finds in the Pokémon world. It is so interesting to scientists because most Pokémon simply evolve as a means to grow. Think of it like aging for us humans, but the Aipom finally evolved because it made them more efficient. It was an evolution rarely seen in the Pokémon world. At some point, it is theorized, there was born an Aipom who learned the move Double Hit. This move, however, is much too difficult for any Ipum to properly perform as, again, it only has one suitable limb for attacking. But this Ipum endured and willed itself to master the move and soon evolved into Ambipum. This new form, with its two tails, is seen as a pre-adaptive trait, and the move double hit soon spread throughout the world's Ipum population. It is believed the first Ambipum originated in the Sinnoh region, somewhere near the Eterna forest.